Opposition politicians, all of una, Peter Obi, Atiku, all of una are the shame for una. Tinubu just they give una open book test, they write every day. And una they write am. You guys are writing it with Jesus' joy. Una they fail am, but you keep writing it. And somehow you are happy with yourselves that you are writing it. Open book test. Waiting be this open book test. In case you have forgotten, I'll remind you, because I remember back in school then, we had this very tough professor, Professor Adegboyega. Electronics course, EE 305. Very tough course and very tough professor. The professor is so tough that it's double periods. When he gives you test 1 hour, the questions cannot be more than 2. But you see those 2 questions, if you finish, you are a genius. So one day he came into the class and then test as usual. And everybody started getting ready for the test. But somehow, just when we were about to start the test, there was this student, this classmate of ours that was sitting in front. And right on his table, there was the textbook for the course on the table. And we were about to write test. Professor Adegboyega saw it. And you can sense the anger in his tone. Young man, you're about to write a test and you're leaving the textbook on your table. What's the meaning of that? Do you want an open book test? Mumumi, and my voice is loud. I say, yes. Some other person joined me and said, yes, open book test. Okay, no problem. And so the man give us open book test, 1 hour. In case you don't know what open book test is, an open book test is the test that you write and you are free to consult your book. You are free to open your book and check. You are free to open your textbook and check. That's an open book test. But I didn't know that there was another meaning to open book test. You keep opening. Because, 1 hour finished. Not even the first class student in our class finished that test. Because he gave us those questions, we kept opening the book till 1 hour passed, achieving nothing. Is that not what Tinubu is doing? To you, opposition politician, he's giving you an open book test and you're writing it with joy, or maybe I should call it a more accurate name. Open talk test. Una they wait, now they sit down. Tinubu go do one thing, now go react. Tinubu go do one thing, now go react. Look, action is 1,000 times more powerful than reaction. Forget Newton's law of physics, that says action and reaction are equal and opposite. Action is 1,000 times more powerful than reaction. Because the reaction with physics they talk, a lot of it are friction. They are not yours. But you see that prime mover advantage. Tinubu gets up. Una will just come, just they react. Now, he don't talk. Say, he want Reno or Omokri to be ambassador. As usual, I don't come back, they talk. Now, that's how the issue of Donald Trump came. The issue of the kidnappings came. The issue of Nnamdi Kanu came. Once the issues happen, you guys will talk. Somehow, you guys, I don't know, maybe you think that if you say Tinubu is bad enough times, then automatically Nigerians will just not like Tinubu and they will just come out and vote and defend their vote. And then, is that what you're thinking? You're joking, no? There is an unintended consequence of all this, your reaction. In the heart and minds of Nigerians are seeing something else. Take this whole Reno Omokri case, for example. How do you think Nigerians are feeling in their hearts? Forget all these echo chambers on social media. These confirmation bias that is going on social media. Forget it all. All the people with this social media, they not reach 500,000 people. Nigerians, where they watch all these news videos online, 500,000 though. So if you see any news video that gets 1 million views, they are taking from the other people who are audiences for movies and music entertainment. So entertainment, you can say, okay, maybe they are like 10 million. But the people they call audience for news and politics, 500,000. Check them now. Just check any video on YouTube or social media. If it's news related, the average view you go see them 500,000 views. If you pass 500,000 views, you go reach 1 million. That is because some people they watch the video twice. So the core audience there, not past 500,000. And you see these 500,000 people, they get confirmation bias. Out of that 500,000, the ones where they support of Tinubu, they there, you not get what you want to tell them. There is nothing a Peter Obi supporter will say about Tinubu that will change the mind of a Tinubu supporter out of these 500,000 on social media for news audience. There is nothing you will say about Peter Obi that will make a Tinubu, about Peter Obi, whether negatively, that will make an obedient to change his mind about him. But you see one funny thing that you guys fail to realize is the fact that the average Nigerian out there, those 96 million voters, out of which 60 million never come out to come and vote. Those 60 million, where them they watch film or they watch movie. So they don't even get time for all these political and news drama. They don't get. So you make a mistake to think that if you just come out and you just talk bad about Tinubu, then people will be so angry, then they will just come out and vote him out. They play. Peter Obi, Atiku, Rotimi Amechi, El-Rufai, make all of una the play. Una the play. Some supporter of Tinubu came on TikTok and said that Tinubu is not Jonathan. Oh. And when he said it, my antenna rose. He went on to say, look, 2015 is not 2027. No. I gave you guys my advice, ideas on how you guys can win 2027. Ideas that it took me years. Instead of you guys to take the advice and be working on it, it's Tinubu that's working on it. What do you think this whole Reno Omokri thing? What is the effect it will have on the hearts and minds of Nigeria? Already, Reno Omokri has come online to say that, oh, I am so overwhelmed that Tinubu can forgive me for insulting him. So already, he's creating the impression that Tinubu forgives those who decamp to APC. That's what he's creating. Now, if Tinubu can reach out to somebody like Reno Omokri, and I'm wondering, why can't you, Peter Obi, why can't you, El-Rufai, why can't you reach out to other Nigerians that are on social media? Tinubu is forming his network based on the advice that I gave you, Peter Obi, that you are not doing. You are not doing it. Because I'm here. I am here fighting for Nigeria. If you say you're not desperate to be president of Nigeria, you're just desperate to see Nigeria that works. If you are desperate to see Nigeria that works, you will not leave the Nigerians unorganized. No organization. You think you can just come and talk, and then all of a sudden miracle will happen. Then all of a sudden election will happen. And then people will just vote for you and not for Tinubu. Nothing good in life comes easy. The advice that I gave to you that you did not use, Tinubu is using it. Have you heard of street ambassador? Street to street. I was talking about polling unit marshal, and I asked you to tap and key into it. You did not. Tinubu has taken it and used it and even taken it further beyond polling unit into streets. And you know the truth of the matter. And it's sad. No matter how bad you vilify Tinubu, he will get one person or two person in every street. And that's a sad thing. Because if you took my advice, you can get double whatever Tinubu gets in every street. But no. You guys feel the solution is to come and be talking. Cho. Oh, Reno Omokri, how can he choose Reno Omokri? Somebody who insulted him. Reno Omokri, with what he has said, does not. Oga, Reno Omokri is a Nigerian. Reno Omokri is a graduate. Reno Omokri qualifies to be a non-career ambassador. If Tinubu, whatever the hell Tinubu likes, he can do. And you know the funny thing, with all this your shout and cho, Tinubu will now come again. You are giving him opportunity for big wins. You come again and say, okay, because you guys talk, I am a listening president. Okay, what I did to El Rufai with the National Assembly, okay, I will do it to Reno Omokri. Even though I've sent his name to the National Assembly, I will ask behind closed door, behind the scene, I'll tell National Assembly not to clear him. So I will just tell National Assembly or send DSS to give a security report. And when he does that, you will not say, Tinubu. They will not start using it as a win. To say, oh, Tinubu listens. Tinubu is building network. He is building a network of loyalists. And it is not illegal for him to do. If you're going to defeat him, build your own network. Peter Obi. Opposition. Build your network. You guys are not building network. You're not building network. And do you know how long I've been trying to get Peter Obi's contact? You know, many people just assume that Peter Obi, I'm on Peter Obi's payroll. That I have Peter Obi on speed dial. If you go to Peter Obi's Twitter, comments are locked. You can't send him a private chat. If you go to his TikTok, you cannot. You go anywhere. Why is it so unreachable? Even Tinubu is that not unreachable. The same thing with Atiku. You guys are forming class. The people you're supposed to be connecting and relating with and building network with, you're not building it. You think you can just come out and you will do cho. And people, I'm looking at this and I'm just laughing. After Anambra election, Peter Obi came out and say, hey, people are selling their votes. People are selling their vote. You don't know how they have weaponized poverty. You don't know how they have weaponized poverty. Look, Peter Obi, I'm telling you, 2027, you see those 30 million people that used to come out since 1999. Those 30 million people, they are the pool of voters that are ready to sell their vote. You see, 2027, if you don't do anything to get the remaining 60 million Nigerian voters that have never come out to come and vote, if you don't do anything to bring them to come and vote, they will not vote. And Cho will not bring them. Because every time we react to Tinubu's action, they see us as just noisemaker. Do you know that one of the effects of what Reno Omokri is doing now, and the fact that Tinubu has employed him, is that it makes it difficult for us to criticize Tinubu? Already now, some people are terming somebody like me now that I'm criticizing Tinubu so that Tinubu can give me money. I'm criticizing Tinubu so that Tinubu can give me appointment. They're already saying it. And the effect of that in the hearts and minds of Nigerians is that if you decamp to join Tinubu, things go better for you. And you know the way we are in Nigeria. Everybody is pursuing a private solution to a public problem. We are all selfish. So if not like me, 138 million people, they extreme poverty. So far as me and myself, figure food to eat, and Tinubu just notice me is enough. They don't care. That's what this whole thing is. So by you giving attention that Tinubu has a right to appoint whoever the hell he wants to appoint. The constitution allows him to do that. So if you come now and make all this reaction that you're doing, instead of doing what Tinubu do, setting up a network of Nigerians where information can flow. You're not doing it. You're complaining, you're reacting. You're writing Tinubu's open book. You will keep writing. Open book test. Open book talk. You will keep talking until you just wake up. And it's the morning of election day in 2027. No structure on ground. No network. No structure to put INEC in check. Nothing. I've been talking about the polling unit marshal. None of you. None. What they do? Yeah, and you say, I'm not desperate to... You're not desperate to be president. You want to say Nigeria that war. How do you want to say Nigeria that war? By talking. You don't know you are giving these people the license critic effect. You are helping them to diffuse tension amongst Nigerians. It's the license critic effect. You are unwilling license critic. Unwilling. I better make I stop before now get me too worked up. All those no matter. I don't get tired for now. I swear.